anyone particular who helps you with that process? Anyone within England, or is it completely up to you to use your contacts, your people that you know, and go out and find?
Well, Mo Marley gave us, the girls who are graduating soon, a list of all the emails of the general managers of WSL1, which is really helpful because, again, like I play for Millwall, so I don't really know any of the WSL1 teams, coaches. I mean, they may have heard of me because I play for England, but I don't know them, and I'm sure they don't really know me, so that was helpful. So otherwise, I would have had to somehow find their emails and get in contact. So that was good. I mean, other than that, not really. Again, because like rules out here, you can't really do much. Just annoying because then you're kind of leaving it last minute. But I mean, it helped Mo given the emails, which isn't breaking any rules or anything. So, but other than that, not really.
Mm-hmm. And do you think that's a bit of a challenge for kind of younger players in terms of with the game becoming more professional, players maybe getting agents at a younger age and kind of getting sponsorship and stuff like that in terms of that NCAA eligibility, and trying to not cross that line if they've not made a decision yet?
Yeah, they have to be smart, definitely, if they're thinking about the possibility of going to America. They've got to make sure, they know they can't be signing stuff and just being smart, basically, because, there's obviously all the rules. They don't want to have to miss a year of eligibility because they once got paid because they were part of a professional team. So
yeah, like when we came to America, we had to fill out a bunch of forms to sort of prove that we're amateurs, and that's some of the questions like, have you ever received like gifts of someone? So if I'd gotten a free pair of boots one time, like that could be called into question kind of thing, because as an amateur you wouldn't be given a free pair of boots, but as a pro you would. So it's just like little things. Obviously, would they ever find out if I got a free pair of boots? Who knows? But like, if you ever get paid for a match, or you get given free stuff, or you get 50 quid because you got a clean sheet or whatever, like, if the NCAA finds out about that, then you might potentially not be ever allowed to play here because you're not classed as amateur. So like Anna said, it's just like 16-year-olds are just being careful, because if it is something you want to do, then you don't want to screw up before it's even started.
Yeah, definitely. And then just kind of moving a little bit more onto the academic side, have you faced any particular challenges kind of balancing football and your college studies, or is the way it's set out there quite nice to accommodate that?
I'd say the way it's set out is quite nice to accommodate it, and you have the access to tutors and study hall hours and like this nice academic centre where you can just go and get all your work done, and obviously everyone on your team is in the same situation as you. They have classes, they have deadlines to meet, so when you are on a away trip, you're probably in a room and someone else is doing their work. It's not just like you're the only one in this group of 25 players having to go down to the lobby to do work. So I think because everyone's on the same wave, we're all having to do schoolwork, and we have a lot of people to help us accommodate that. It has made it quite easy to do it all.
Yeah, and like the way the American college system is laid out, like if say we have practice at 3, so we have to take all our classes before 3 p.m. There's like, because there's so many ranges of classes we have to take to get a degree. Like, in England, say if I'm a sociology, like I only take sociology classes, whereas here I have to take science, I have to take maths, I have to take the language. So sort of if that sociology class isn't available, then I can just take a maths class at different times. So you can spread everything out over the 4 years you're here. And I mean, I think, obviously I've never been to university in England, but the way it sounds, it's a lot easier here. The workload is so much. All our exams are like multiple choice. Like, you don't have to write any dissertations or anything like that. Like, I think it's, like I haven't put in a whole lot of effort, and I'm coming out with like a decent grade all the time, you know what I mean? So, like, I think it's a much stress-freer university than England. Yes.
Yeah, so it makes it easier to kind of balance them because you've got less pressure from that academic side. And then in terms of kind of moving forward, do you think those degrees will stand you in good stead for kind of what you want to go into afterwards in terms of after football and moving forwards?
I think the fact that we have a degree will give us advantages over other people, and yeah, but like I personally haven't done a degree where I'm like, alright, I'm doing this to go into a job which I know I want to do after football. It's just more to get a degree, but yeah, I feel like it's just helpful having it,
definitely.
Yeah. I think my degree is criminal justice, which is obviously kind of specific to America, but I just wanted to do a degree that I found interested and enjoyed, which would kind of get me through it. And like my thinking, same as Anna, was just kind of like the modern world. I just feel like having a degree will put you in good stead, and then obviously you can say how you did it abroad, and that will look good on your CV and stuff, and how you sort of, you took a risk when you were a young kid, like trying new things, that kind of thing. So I think just having a degree to your name, even if it's not necessarily what you want to go into, just it's good to have.
And it will, like, if I did want to do maybe extra like education when I do go back to England and maybe want to do a certain like course or something, it might help me get into that course and like help me with that.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then kind of the last question I had was just kind of generally, are you happy with your decision to move and your experiences so far? Has it been kind of positive? Any specific learning curves you've had throughout your time in the US?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we both transferred, so like that, for me, that'll be a learning curve to sort of know more what I'm getting into. But like overall, like I've loved it, and like I have no regrets whatsoever. Like even though I had to transfer, like I still have good friends at Penn State, my first school. So even then, sort of, I got a plus out of it, and I think 95% of the people we know who've come out have stayed out and have loved it. Like I only know of like one person, maybe he went back. Like everyone, and I love it, and it's just like you make new friends, you're living in a new country, you're sort of experiencing new stuff, you get to play football literally every day, matches every week.
You travel around the country to play those matches.
Yeah, you like fly to games, like it's just a whole new experience, and I've loved it, and I think most people have loved it, and yeah.
Same.
Nothing really bad to say about it.
What she said.
Well, that's everything specific I had to ask, unless there's anything else kind of you've got to add, or anything I've not quite touched on about your experiences or anything.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think it is something like younger kids should consider, because it really is a great opportunity, like to live abroad, to get to play football every day, and to get a college degree, all kind of for free. And I know kind of the FA in England are pushing for more people to stay in England, but I just think like it is such an incredible opportunity and experience that, it's just worth it for some people. So yeah, that's all I have to say, really.
Well, thank you very so much. I really